But we are Simono. When you be nya adwe ani nche said you can nyansa nim.
Okay.
And I know be so nya adwe nya enu nche said nipa na ejimi fo.
Okay.
But ade ba kwa mpese me de tu dwa no say be se na wotwe mienu ekoni. Me de asem bia ba me sere se Ghana fo mboa me na yemfa yie ntu yie.
Okay.
Asem no for medical ni shatawale ho.
Oma ede.
Go Jimmy ye. Say Jimmy no mu Jimmy ye no. Ese ye sunny pond. Na ambedane anye albatross on their neck. Because I say medical ewie ni program yo ye wo. Your friend say enye O2 onye feel O2.
Indigo.
Na O2
in the O2.
We are indigo na enye O2 na ngasa.
Oh, so O2 ni nti e be fa ne sa.
When I fa ne sa ye fa ne sa na mo ye. And so we are the program no indigo no and I'm say obi a gibo no so. And says why ye obi nya anya ebida. And you said the obi nya ebida, the obi nya anya ebida. Enti enkomodie bi call so say na ati we ya. One of the things we don't know is your own is different. When it comes to radio, usually it's different from TV.
Yeah.
TV runs with the talk back in your ear.
True.
So regularly, even your own crowd, there are times that there's some researcher, producers, in their active nature, they bring you to read.
You're right.
Because that is the work of a producer and a director behind the scene.
Okay.
So anytime you are sitting on TV and somebody is hosting and asking questions in an interview, be careful not to ascribe insults and other things to the host. She might or he might be acting according to what is asked in the talkback. So there was a question that went on like you are hosting. Ms. G has a question. It was not fair to him. Whilst the question is making a lot of sense now, Medikal insulted not just Ms. G. Medikal took the decision to insult no other person but the owner of the company.
That was wrong.
I mean, Dr. Ting is not my father, but I work within the company that he has established.
That's true.
So I remember one time, there was this young man who was having a case with one of your staff and started speaking loose. I went at him. I dealt with him because for you to own something till old age is not common.
Okay.
So Shatawale might have $2 million or whatever he thinks he has. I don't challenge it. But whether he can keep that till age 60 is questionable. Listen, I met Kwame Eugene and he said, Daddy, I did back open a misro. Say, as soon as Kabedi means say me be yeah. It's the fear. And not just Onyansa, still a Jiminy, because he's still a child. But look at what he's thinking to. Well, look at Amachi Dede. Amachi Dede still has the clearance to play for Asantehene to make moves. So the fact that you can buy one house in East Legon, it's not like it is not a drop of the houses owned by Despite.
True.
It is not a drop of what Dr. Otin has.
True.
It's not a drop of what Kennedy Japan has.
True.
So the fact that you think that you are into business, don't be stupid. Who is Medikal? Such a foolish wolf rat.
No, Counsellor. Don't call him foolish.
Please, I don't like to pour it on you. You are too far from me. Take off the headset if you are hearing me through your headset. Take off.
But calling him foolish is
the word foolish is a biblical word. Foolishness is born in the heart of a child. The rod of correction.
You didn't use it in biblical context.
So leave me alone.
But you didn't
use it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
That's same.
When the boys are acting foolish, you don't stop them.
I condemn that acting.
Condemning is different from stopping. Do you know how you should end it? He goes to think and he realizes that he needs to apologize. He takes a camera and he says, my followers and my people, stop the insult of Miss G. That's not the issue. Seek for long life. Seek for long life. The best thing I'm expecting him to do is to go with his family members and his manager to go and apologize to them. He shouldn't do social media. He should go with, look, Charlie, there is a level of blessing in the hands of some people who have been there before. Even workers, we are careful those who are working for. So I'm saying that is my own with him. And I've said this thing that I will do it until Medikal will come to his senses. Look, Shatawale walking there is a spirit at the shrine. Shatawale a warning. Bobalo. So kasemo no koyede. She kanye Shatawale lumo say. Kasemo a business ethics. She can't bane elune yebulu elenu fi omanke. Wo shinkuno. Ogwa yaduna. Ah. Leke. Aka bomode po aka kwashi bia na nganyemi yo awie akole. Nyekwa bulu gbeke. O ta social media owie de.
Is he not speaking the truth?
What is truth? Ka obedwomo no owie ne yagbona. Aka kwa be no oche onganyemi. Ayu ene. Aka mi fu yo bulu. My issue is that Medikal, you know me, I know you. Just that we don't meet in the same corridor. Just go and apologize. I am sorry. Father Dixon, I am sorry. Doctor, because as you go to say baby see obi so men ka se so no so yen so because ye mo kwan no mo start with impanyifo say or china de be chi no or the be obi so me ka se Medikal. Whatever is happening is none of my business. What is my business is that can you go and apologize to the two of them? That is my cry and my clarion call. And the families of the two of them, Shatawale and Medikal's family, they should do this needful. Because the masa, minister will come and know to cry. Krom ha bisomo bisato go di we mu. Yen baby ye nya kwan ye adwuma no kolebu blood bank. The only bleeder that saves our soul was despite when that insane young man in America evangelist Adai started this nonsense. We didn't stop him. Today we are in deficit with blood donation in Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Nobody can bleed. The government cannot pay for the bleeding. This man can bleed more than 2,000 pints of blood. And human beings are ready because he gives them something that they least expect. Because of that action, nobody spoke. Everybody was on the body moja. Why do we do that to the people who are leading us? Why do we do that? They should apologize. And I will insist. That is your husband. Tell him to go and apologize.
Hey, but oh, trend you.
And to the letter of the
day. Counsellor, you made some predictions some years back.
And to the letter for the day. He's only qualified to look. Anybody who can talk about whatever is trendy is Kofi Adoma. And he has shut up. So who should talk?
Okay. Cool. That was an interview between.
Because the prayer meeting happened between Kofi Adoma where he went to prayers on the mountain. And he brought a question and answer. So why people left him alone?
Let's go to our letter. Obide Asem Abreye in *256*1# option 2 Angel FM Accra. Na wafa ye o tickets no na yen so ye pia de ama se ne obi nya na de CCA. *256*1# option 2 Angel FM Accra. Yvonne Wood say today be today. Kwabena Ahinkan Darlington or say more fire, Counsellor. I like what you're doing. More fire letters to near Yonko. I say hello, Sebo. I've been married for 2 years, and sometimes I feel like leaving my husband.
Only 2 years.
Yes, 2 years. This is my first marriage, but this is my husband's second marriage because he lost his wife few years after they got married. But this man won't stop comparing me to her. I try my very best to make our home lively, but this man will still find a way to talk about his late wife. I console him sometimes to make him feel comfortable, but it doesn't work. I'm getting tired of talking about his late wife and even comparing me to her. It's very uncomfortable. And when he gets into that mood, he barely talks to me and even gives me attitude. Mind you, before we got married, we were in a long distance relationship for a year. And he was such a lovely person. I need help. What should I do? I buy a patch say I need kunu be 2 years ni emfie mienu nie. Na ni kunu no ono de na ware to so mienu nie enam say o ware ya nche bia na oba ono ne ware ye no ewu ya na so free mu. Na ne ha abaye ne se bibia na ne kunu yi de ne ye dada we nya ne baby ko asema bem ase oye bibi ko ampo ana ode no toto ne ho hano pa impo otimi ekase me cheche owre miwra ade atwem nso still anokra no we miani kromu mo na chese abrantie ne muna na ne boafu se onim ne ope onyempo onyaye kranka etoda na ne se onjai abrantie no ebi se ɔde no ho etoto ne ex wife no ɛyɛ adɔɔso na yɛnhyɛ ne nso sɛ abaye yi ansa na ɔbɛware ne kunu no no more long distance relationship mu kyɛ sɛ bibia no mo wɔ na emu twe paa nso na ɔpa kyɛ sɛ na abrante no lovely na kyɛ sɛ ne dɔ no soronko kora so ɔmo ware die comparison nko a ɔnyɛ den Counsellor
but that's it na sana chogo chire mu say long distance relationship any day eno ye be ma onte won chain na de bi osani usika long distance in obi a oti Kumasi a oti Accra long distance relationship a because he's so loving and caring no obi a only na twem pna monte faako nanso de bia osore a osani usika enti wonni numpo ete dan so many colleague no now sika nkwa you are not practicing what the person sees as good long distance relationship.
Okay.
18 at the wa broche no opena sem wo a oti Accra of a card about obe break here with you in Accra and focus on the one in America.
But so mo squeezy letter na show him say binom person mo so omokan.
Now in the first place, they be me say professionally marriage counseling professionally marriage counseling anytime Rosie Tiwi or but for professional marriage counseling oni obi a wa wari pen omo marriage counseling enyepe sister TMU obi a oni obi atwem pna atena te sa wade fo da no wale da. That is why I see a lot of childish talk. When Medikal will make a statement that I've gone out with a lot of women, there's none like fella. You will not get anyone like fella. You can't. Did you marry Debbie? No, you think you can marry Debbie? You.
But this letter is not for me.
No, you. You think can marry Debbie? Now hear me. Hear me. Listen, no, share. Our DNA in practice. You can do all the things you think you are doing as a married person. Forget it. One minute, and you focus on one person. Go and watch. Who need credit? Frekofia Duma 0244 018 962. Ni no man no. Friend is on send credit.
Na den the number to.
Eh o number. Eh o number. Who needs a Kofi no one just gather that. And your number. Kofi Duma na do to Janu watch on friend. Na who friend na je credit fini ho. Na Kofi timeline so na tie enkomo ayedi ne sua nyama wo me say empempi no obi adwe ne se me ne ti wa ya twe mpra no sana me ne tie yi de ya wale anu no me ya bibia ma no. Do you know what a wife does? The duties of a wife is not to wash. The duties of wife is not to have sex. It's not to cook. It's not. If I tell you the duties of a wife, you will cry. Because these things I mentioned, everybody can do it. So what are the duties of a wife?
That's true.
0277 609 644. Hey, I hear my word. Now hear this. Gawe mo gama no ni ko nu she ya chapter 7 ni it translating here Google. What way? Not you Oji. So this young woman has entered into a venture. That doesn't make sense. I remember, and Ben Duka should be my witness. He was running some shower somewhere, he met me somewhere. And what was this a shower? A shower and prostitution are common language used in the English exposition. Who come before me the church? Hook up and can't shower. And we are dear be out there, so dear ma air cost F. It is a forklift. Tear me. Obi auto from my action about hook up. Tear. Nyame fa ne currency kaba oti si ano titoye e san say na yale ye no de one ne ti na nti yale na se uni obi ti na nipa eko hypo because of the sugar level ye mfa ne hospital Ghana ha ye ni ambulance ye 400 Ghana cedis call and they'll bring you a car to come and carry you de yan say a taxi and na ho kire wa taxi offer bia so ho ne nya adwuma enti driver no oti but they could have done the first aid. Nanya made in a crack with your call. Me sign the book of condolence. Me sign we a pet me can be to us. And I Ghana for antimacy. Me catch you and you didn't know what it in chair and say, Miss Row. Who crew ye Siena, Afiba, Quechiped, Valentina, Wale. Oh, pound 2 years. Ubeka. And again, I will find a call. If you see that beautiful
worries after
enya bosom eya bosom nkono say wo no yire da mpa ba akoro ayem bia ne ho adane ana na abusua ne yi omode hye na akọ. So after 9 months, there's nothing spiritual about anything like widowhood rights. There's nothing spiritual. Don't let it shakai say ya nu aduane si o say ukuru be di ahomache. Or come na ende o na be say banche ne body si o say jimi ni mi be di ahomache.
Yanko.
So I'm saying this to you to understand, say, when you have somebody you are getting married to, and you have not married before, and you choose to go the way Togo Burger has explained, like want to marry somebody's ex, think twice. What was the cause of death? My head. My head. Need to see you to only today you are home. You look so home. And no man pala. And no born in Sue. The next 15 minutes, he was a funeral. Oh. Now, Owale first guy. Only guy need to them and the guy started. My head reflexes with Dunyami. Hey, not again, no. Not again, no. It's not my portion. Why? Was it what? You don't know. This is what happened to George. He started my head. Trauma. And it was Sunday. He was Sunday like this. Can we go to the hospital? So it's nothing. He said, no, you won't die with nothing. Let's go. So, the reflexes. That is why we say that for every loss, it must be mourned. That's the word. Every loss must be mourned.
Yeah.
Most of us in this country are ungrateful. I remember that I told Kofi Aduma some project to do. He didn't do it. But he will do it whether I like it or not. Ex-ministers and ex-MPs, when they lose power, do you know most of them change their children's school? Oh, yes.
From what to what?
Yes, a majority of them, they remove their children from schools they can't pay to schools they can afford. There's one thing to pay and to afford. But the wives refuse to step down. They still want to act like once an MP, always a wife of an MP.
Counsellor, what's our advice to Eye Obey?
She will not get an advice today.
Wow. Counsellor.
Why? Don't I give her advice every day?
So
Yeah, but
And today I say she won't get advice. What's your problem? Are you the resource person? Are you going to force me to read what you've written to me? So Sebo just sent me a text. Viewers, hear the content. And I read. Learn to mourn your loss, according to Sebo. When you refuse to mourn your loss and you marry anybody, you use the person as your medium of your loss. This young man is looking at the wife. You are short like Rosie, but you say you are cute. But the wife was actually cute. The wife didn't collect money to take it to make a botos and a tummy flat. It was at Kolebu Plastic Surgery. They only lied to us. They didn't have money for flight ticket. We did it at Kolebu. But because of patient privacy, they don't want to give us credit. But it was done in Kolebu.
Hey, Counsellor, what are you saying?
So when people are losing, they exaggerate in their loss. So we say, mourn your loss. The 5 stages of loss must be mourned so that you arrive at acceptance. You are marrying a man who has not completed the mourning of his loss or her loss. Once you marry them, they will measure you in the umbrella and in the shape and in the angle of their ex. You will suffer. Sister, because of Sebo, take this advice. You are threatening to divorce. As for how long somebody can mourn, it depends on the professional you meet. When you meet a professional, they force you to understand that you are not the cause of the death. You are not the cause that they stole your mobile phone, so you should mourn your loss. Sister, hear me. On 0277. You don't have anywhere to go because Ghana, there is no counselor in this country. The rest are learning from Counsellor Lutterodt. And you are fortunate to hear his voice right now. Even Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, before he goes, he has this number. You to write it. 0277.
0277.
Malablo 609. 644. It is better for you to divorce this man because his wife ghost will lie between the two of you doing sexual intercourse. 0277
0277
609
609
644.
644.
Sister, to fight the ghost, chew makbe ginger chips.